MindBuilding, o canal com os cortes mais importantes do seu dia, dos maiores conteúdos fitness nacionais. Já curte o vídeo, se inscreve e não esquece de ativar as notificações. Então senta aí e aproveita.
How do you balance out asymmetries in your physique during prep?
Okay, so during prep, it's very similar than what you're doing in actually off season as well. You got to figure out what's causing asymmetry. If it's an injury, then you're going to have to make sure you rehab in the off season so you can get ahead of it during the prep, because during the prep, you're not going to get that much better. Yeah. It's just going to be difficult. Yeah. So you try to get ahead of it. If you have an asymmetry because of an injury, then you really can't push the same amount of weight, whether it's like, let's say it's a shoulder injury, from the strong side to the weak side. So it's to get ahead of it before you prep. But then I've been a huge advocate about making sure to pre-exhaust with the weaker side, and also to do extra sets at the very end, and then do extra isolation exercises for that weaker side.
All just on the weaker side.
All on the weaker side.
Okay.
All on the weaker side. And then obviously therapy needs to be done so that you can try to create that. So again, I've had a client who did the Olympia in fitness, Fiona Harris. She had a really bad scoliosis, and we had to do a lot because her scoliosis was so big. She was almost like a question mark. And so she turned around and literally had to do a lot of different things to try to create symmetry in a very asymmetrical physique because of the fact that she has a scoliosis, curvature of the spine. And it was one of those things where it was like constantly looking at it and saying, okay, well, this rear delt is smaller than this rear delt. This needs to be done. You're going to have to do more sets and more exercises and more reps here. And so when you do your workout, we want to do an extra set with just the right side, an extra 5 to 10 to 15 extra forced reps at the end of these sets to be able to do things. All of those things that you need to work on. Sometimes it happens with women with glutes, right? One glute will be dropped over the other. Well, okay, well, get your back adjusted to fix your hips. You know, you have one leg that usually ends up being a little bit longer than the other. Happens all the time, even with people who don't have a scoliosis. But if you do, then you're more prone to it. And your hips are off, and then getting your chiropractic treatments, going to your acupuncturist to help with other things with recovery, as well as being able to do different things. Well, now you see everybody do cupping. That's like the big thing, right? Cupping.
Everybody looks like they got attacked by an octopus walking around.
Yeah, but honestly, I think it's got its place. Yeah. But I think something as simple as a foam roller will help that too. So when you end up foam rolling a lat and making sure that your lats are opened up, you know, or using a lacrosse ball and working on that so you can get your teres to open up, all of those things can make a big difference in your overall growth, and then your asymmetries can help get balanced out. So it's just not only stuff that you do in the gym, but it's the stuff that you got to do out of the gym to work on those asymmetries.